welcome back to episode 2 of The Awakening. Yeah, boy! It's like, him in that face.
Man, I get in a lot of trouble with it.
You do, cause he was keep his face stuck like that at the grocery store the whole way.
I was there about like, do I stink?
Yeah, because he making that stink face.
Do I stink? You're like, nah, man, I just do that when, somebody, dropping some hot bars and like, yeah. That was some real shit.
All right, what did we leave off on? It was
just
the
I'm
whole...
happy. Yeah.
So wait, babe. So we left off on the life feeling like a movie, and just the whole. I know we were getting deep into the church. The Messiah complex. So take it from there. How you were just saying.
Yeah.
How you felt about everything.
Yeah. And then just to clarify, whatever in anybody's spiritual sanctuary or safe haven is. Is an equal expression of source. There is no greater or worse. Everybody has their own in the sanctuary about, so I'm just speaking, I'm just speaking through my experience. Church was just too rigid for me. I saw a lot of hypocrisy in the people. Not like trying to generalize anything, but that was just my experience a lot of the time. Just a lot of things that I did not agree with spiritually. More of my sanctuary was in nature. In nature. I've always been very, very. I've always had a very ethereal and sacred connection to nature. Of all expressions, whether it be the rain, the cold, snow, the heat, the sun, the mountains, forests. I love, I'm a hermit. I spend a lot of time in the woods. You know what I mean? Just really taking in a lot of untampered, energy from source. Yeah, like with me, I saw that all religions were puzzle pieces that basically connected to the main picture. Because I studied a lot of a lot of my philosophy classes and things like that. I studied a lot of different vehicles of religion, cultures. I'm a man of culture. I love culture. I noticed that a lot of the religions had a lot of similarities, more than they were different. But a lot of people would like to stand on the superficial mantles of the mechanics and workings of the religion as the difference, as the final difference, and just stand on the differences rather than how it was whole. And I saw out more unity, a lot more unity in my existence rather than conforming to one thing and being kind of coerced and programmed to believe a certain way. And really and truly, I didn't want anything delaying my path to self-actualization. Didn't want any vehicle just hijacking my psyche and my thoughts. So I sought out liberation, and I found it in nature. But Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism, a little bit of Hinduism. It could be a little, but and even with Christianity and Islam and Kemet, I saw I found a lot of I found a lot of equal divine revelations within each one of those things. And one of the things that I guess that scared me a lot about a lot of the monotheistic religions was they put a lot of fear in you about God or source. Made him or it to be this sort of a a king. You know what I mean? Too much of a king. Constantly exalting themselves and their power and capabilities over the lower beings, and I didn't think that was right. I didn't think that was right. I think that a lot of the reason, because we're constantly telling people, baby, that we try to create fishermen. You know what I mean? We'll fish for you one time, but after that, then we're trying to make you into a fisherman so that you can feed yourself for like a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Because the self is like the pivot of this human existence, and I don't mean to be selfish all the time, but to explore yourself, not just explore the outer stimuli and monetary instruments, that society offers. We don't make paramount exploration of self and learning to love ourselves and know ourselves. We don't really make that paramount in our education, and I think that as a result, it leads to a lot of psychological problems. We've all had them, and I think a lot of that comes from what she was talking about with the Messiah complex. And the Messiah complex, to me, can be very deadly. And I don't mean as in one particular religion or anything, but what I mean is completely immersing all of your emotional security and then all of your spiritual, your spirit to something that is unanalyzed. A lot of the times it's unanalyzed, and you're putting all of your faith and all of your energy into something outside of yourself, and it's a situation where you're constantly dependent upon that thing rather than looking upon yourself. You're looking outward, seeking that thing, whether it be in people. You see it in people, because you have this constant hole and you don't know where it comes from, and it's because you're investing all of your energy into something outside of yourself. And then a lot of the times when we seek that, in that urge cascades down into lower forms of desire, whether it be a job, whether it be a status, a social status, or like an economic status, whether it be a person, significant other. It's very dangerous because it delays the path to self-actualization, and a lot of the times we go down the wrong road, and we realize at the end, damn, we feel cheated a little bit. We feel cheated because we weren't looking into what we really wanted to do. We were trying to impress our parents. We were trying to be the man of the house, because of whatever situation that unfortunately that we were afflicted with, that made us have to grow up fast. It could have been that. A lot of times, these, our like imagination is novelized, and it's, put into a cylinder to feed a system, feed a system, rather than to, develop and grow organically. Then it's basically harnessed and, watered down, and then, made palatable for a system, to feed a system. It's like, okay, damn well you can't be no manga artist, man. They don't make no money here. Why don't you try drawing for the police? So you're doing, I don't know the title of that occupation, but you know where they draw the suspects
sketches.
and stuff. And stuff like that, like a sketch artist for like the police or something.
That stole that little lady purse.
Like do caricature, something where you know that you're going to get paid.
They're always trying to steer you away from what you want.
Steer you into monetary, it's into worldly attachments,
Yeah. Oh, you can't do it. Do it this way.
Do it this way, or just use this for that.
We've always taught that. That's not cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was all. But the Messiah complex, it makes it. It really is something to where, because you look for it not just in a spiritual leader, you look for it in people. That behavior and those habits kind of get cascaded down into people. You see it in, you can't be by yourself a lot of the times. You can't be by yourself a lot of times, because instead of us looking upon ourselves and trying to figure out what the problem is, we're giving ourselves up to this outward thing that we really and truly have not thoroughly analyzed. Like a lot of the times, why am I, giving all my emotional security to this? Like, why do I believe in this? Why do I, is this something that I believe in, or is this something that my mom forced on me to go to every day, and I was just taken in by, whatever element that took me in? Is this really how I believe?
Yeah.
All of the questions, all the questions that I had when I was going through this programming process that were in my head, like all of those questions, was I really wrong for having those in my head? Was I really sinful for having those in my head? Was I really wrong for going against, my father's will? Like we've seen mental like stuff like that.
That's why she couldn't stand that job, because deep down she knew that's not what she wanted to do. She just wanted to make her daddy happy. And then she meets Wade, and she see how Wade just Wade. He goes on flow state. She learned a lot from him. Look, I'm getting deep lately. Finish your story.
You had it down, because literally it was such a romantic cause too, because that was their culture. That was their only piece of culture that they had over there. There was no fire town. They lived on a completely different an island or something. With each other. The what was it? The earth folk, the fire. Water, the cloud folk. They all lived with each other. But the fire people didn't. So it's like completely alien. They spoke a different language even.
Yeah.
They were so different than everybody. So that was their only little piece of culture. So it was that coupled with just not wanting to disappoint her dad and everything like that, and he getting older and stuff. She felt so compelled. But
to take on all of that.
Yeah,
right?
But guilt ridden.
Her off, right?
Yeah,
and she found her gift
because it wasn't her.
But she found her gift.
She found her,
yeah. Deep, y'all.
Yeah, man. So it's just it could be deadly, man, because it's literally the reason why that a lot of us can't really. We're not dependent on ourselves to figure out our problems. We're taught that. You have to give yourself to this outer thing, and blah blah blah. And it's like, man, the ancestors are always and have always been within. It's always been that way. Seek the kingdom of heaven within. The first law of Kemet is man, know thyself. Know thyself. All these things just point to, and a lot of the times when you know yourself, then you stop judging other people, but if you're constantly looking for this thing and, everything is outside, then, you are literally, projecting your inner world onto other expressions or people, you know what I mean? You are literally projecting, what's within without. So, man, it's so much.
Yeah.
It really does delay a lot of things, man. that's a big reason why that formal church setting just wasn't my thing. I didn't like being taken in by anything and anybody encompassing my reality to just telling me, what I'm going to believe in and how I should feel. You know what I mean? Because God, a source, is literally experiencing itself through me. So all of my ideologies is and especially since I felt this way as a kid, and then nobody programmed it onto me. That sounds like that source made that ideology, and it's only blossomed and grew, and I'm 32 now. So I am an aperture through which source views itself through, much like everybody else, and that's what we mean when we say that we are God. It's not like because a lot of people say that that's blasphemous and blah blah blah, and it's like because you're looking at it through the window of I. What does I want? Like I is ignorant. Like I is see, I is the ego. I is the ego mind. It is not, the God mind. It is not, the source mind. So, it has a lot of desires, ignorance, greed, anger, everything. So, when we say that, we mean that we are all expressions of source. Everything is an expression of source. Everything is expression. You know what I mean? Like, so we're over here in the States, over there in China, they say it's a different world. It's the same thing. The Earth expresses itself geologically, through different climates and different terrains. It doesn't. It doesn't matter the soil. It does not matter the climate. It is all one Earth. It is all the Earth expressing itself, in a very infinitely diverse way. And then also the Earth is an expression of the solar system. The solar system, and then that solar system is an expression of the galaxy. The galaxy is an expression of the universe. So on, right? The universe is an expression of
so on.
And so on and so forth.
You made me think like a tree.
All is truly connected through the
So say like a tree. A tree is growing, right? And someone sees that tree growing out in nature, doing what it's supposed to do. Somebody go, well, you should cut that down because they ain't supposed to be growing right there. That's exactly how it is here. They're trying to tell you not to be who you're supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. Man has a very profound discord with nature, just to start with. So, but that's a whole another.
Another episode, y'all. We're going to be on 3 soon. So much love to y'all.
So much, man.
Maverick says so much love, y'all. Even though y'all can't see him, I know y'all hear him back there. He everywhere. Hyper.
Bumbling, stumbling. But yeah, man. Just here to just really just sharing and just just details of our experiences, man. And sometimes she'll get on here, sometimes, and I'll ask questions too. So and if anybody has any questions or comments or anything regarding the subject matter, please just drop it in the comments and stuff like that. We actually truly herald wisdom and knowledge. It is truly more valuable than gold. So please, that over likes and views, please.
Yeah. One love, y'all.
All right.